I hate paying this hefty price for MRE meals.
I mean, that's the new low price.
My favorite thing to do with my freeze dryer is make MRE meals. If making your own intimidates you, today we are making a 3-ingredient MRE meal that we're gonna put in the freeze dryer, and I think it's gonna be so good. The only 3 ingredients I need are cream of mushroom soup, canned tuna, and noodles. Now you can be creative with this and get whichever type you want, but here's what I'm getting. And that's all I need. Let's go check out and get home and cook this up. Here's your Alaska snow check for the day. I mean, it has been so warm, which is weird to call 43 degrees warm, but it's warm for this time of year. It's been rainy, everything is melting, and we've got ice everywhere. It's slick out there on the roads, so gotta be extra careful. Sometimes you just need an easy cooking day, and that's what today is gonna be, but I'm hoping it's gonna taste delicious. So you could definitely doctor up this recipe and add veggies to it. If you are someone who is opposed to tuna, you could use canned chicken, you could use rotisserie chicken and shred it up yourself. It's very flexible, but I am keeping this recipe to just these 3 simple ingredients to show you that you can pack a lot of flavor and deliciousness without a lot of effort. Here is how it all looks all mixed up. It honestly smells so good, and this was so easy. When I am making MRE meals, the most important element to me in an MRE is protein. And having the tuna in here gives us a very nice kick of protein for a very small price. So you really can't go wrong with this. The next step is to bake this in the oven at 350 for about 15 minutes, and then we're gonna broil it for the last like 5 minutes or so to just get it kind of nice and bubbly. So when I was a kid, tuna helper was like my favorite dinner. I just remember whenever it was tuna helper night, it's like a hamburger helper meal, but it's called tuna helper because it's used with tuna. And it was just like so comforting and delicious. And that is what this recipe is giving me, tuna helper vibes. And so I scraped some left over from the pan. It's tuna helper. I seriously love it. I'm gonna let this cool for probably 30 minutes before I even cut into it, and then I'm gonna just divide it up into my freeze dryer trays, and then we can get them loaded up into vanilla ice. I'm gonna use my tray dividers that I got from freeze drying supplies and just see kind of how they work with this meal. Just gonna kind of stick it in there, and that'll just help me give like semi-even portions when I make this up. I'm heading down to Vanilla Ice to load these up. I am not pre-freezing this. I didn't plan to make space in my freezer to pre-freeze this, so we're gonna let the machine do all the work today. For settings, I'm gonna go into customize. I'm hitting reset, -10, 1 hour extra freeze, dry temp 125, extra dry, I'm gonna go up to 7 hours. Save and start. All right, Vanilla Ice is doing its thing. I will let you know how long this takes to freeze dry. It's definitely gonna be more than 24 hours. I am hoping not 48, but we will have to wait and see. So I will hopefully see you all tomorrow with an update on our 3-ingredient MRE. It is the next day. Our 3-ingredient MRE has been freeze drying for 27 hours, and it is ready to come out. Here is how they look right out of the freeze dryer. Now, I was kind of hoping that these were gonna like stick together, but it didn't. So when I'm packaging these up, I'm gonna use these as a reference for portion sizes, but it's not gonna be like one brick of food that I'm able to throw in a bag because they're separated, which is not a big deal. We have to know how this tastes when it's reconstituted. So I'm going to save just a small portion and put it in a Mylar bag. I'm not going to reconstitute it tonight. I'm going to reconstitute it tomorrow. So I'm just going to throw it in here and it'll stay fresh till tomorrow. I mean, I'll toss in an oxygen absorber because I don't want it to get icky, but okay, so this is good to go for tomorrow for a taste test. I've got to know how this reconstitutes. I haven't used like this type of noodle before, so I'm hoping it turns out. So the rest of this I am going to store in these Mylar bags. They're 6 inches by 10 inches, I think. But I like them because the bottom opens and they can stand up. I have to tell you about our super fun weekend. We got to go on the Alaska Railroad for the very first time. They do a Christmas like holiday train ride experience for families, and it was so fun, absolutely beautiful. I will post some videos and pictures at the very end of today's video so you can just see what it looks like. But we got to go on a 2-hour train ride, and I mean, Santa was there. They had a magician, carolers, balloon artist, and we had the most beautiful views ever. We like got to watch the sunset. It was just like absolutely gorgeous. Now that my bag is full, I'm gonna toss in a couple of oxy absorbees, and then I'm just gonna heat seal the top closed. Like so. I've got little labels of the contents and the date because you know I always forget to write what's in my actual MREs. And sometimes they end up being mystery bags, which I don't want to happen. So tuna casserole, I've got the month and date on here. I'm gonna finish packaging up these trays and we'll see how many bags I end up with. I need to clean up, but I ended up with 5 new MRE meals to go in my prepper stash. Tuna casserole, I think this is gonna be an awesome one to have on my shelf. It was so easy to make, so fast, and we'll find out in a few minutes here if it actually tastes good. But for emergency food or camping food, this will be so good. I've also got more Christmas cards to add to my wall, and you guys sent me some more amazing gifts that I can't wait to make a video about. So stay tuned. I have been absolutely loving getting Christmas and holiday cards from all of you viewers. Thank you so much for taking the time to send these to me. They really have just made it so special. Getting cards from you, telling me a little bit about your families and your lives all over the country. I even had a card from the Netherlands. You are amazing. I've got my tuna casserole. I've got a jar. Let's pour it in and get this rehydrated so we can give it a taste test. I think I'm ready to give it a try. I added too much water, which I could just strain off, but I'm just gonna let it kind of fall off of my spoon. It needs more time. There is no snow. What on earth? Since living here in Alaska, we've had 2 winters so far. Never once has the snow melted mid-winter. So this is just craziness. There is no snow on our mountain behind our house. What is happening? We also don't have any snow in the forecast for like another week or so. So things are weird around here. All right, let's try this again. Much better. This is really good. I'm impressed. For a 3-ingredient recipe that packs a lot of flavor, giving you the protein from the tuna, I think it's a win. Super easy. If you are just wanting to get started in MREs and it's like overwhelming to you, this is a great place to start, and you can still tweak it to make it how you want, but super easy. And now I've got a bunch of shelf-stable MREs that I can use anytime I need it. If I didn't mention it before, Harvest Right has extended their freeze dryer Black Friday sale through the entire month of December. So if you had cold feet and didn't purchase your freeze dryer in November, you still have until December 31st to get one on an amazing discount. Once January hits, I think they're gonna go back to normal pricing, or at least not as good of discounts as they are right now. So don't sleep on that sale. Link in my video description below. And I am still sending out geometry dish towels to those of you who order through my link. Just send me an email letting me know you did so. Info again found in the description below. Y'all are the best. This makes my heart so happy. So thank you truly so much for those of you who have sent cards. If you still want to send a card, it's not too late. And I will be sending you our family's Christmas card in the mail in return. The info is all in the video description below of my P.O. Box information. I have received some of the nicest packages from you, and I am just so grateful. Some of you hunted down those Christmas trees for me, and I'm so thankful. I am so excited. And my kids got to taste them, and they loved them, so thank you so much. I sure hope everyone is surviving the busyness of the holiday season, but it sure is a time to just be with family and focus on the ones that you love. It's a special time. And with that, I will catch you all on the next freeze drying adventure. And remember, when you freeze dry today, you secure your tomorrow. Bye, friends.
You are.